Guys. So I wanted to make a short video talking about how to do in-text citations, MLA style in-text citations. So you should have gotten the hang of creating citations for the works cited page in MLA style in Unit 2, doing your annotated bibliography. The new version of the MLA has made that pretty easy because all you have to do is copy and paste the automatically generated citation from the database, and then the only thing that you have to worry about is properly formatting it. So making sure that your works cited page is in alphabetical order according to the first letter in the citation, and that you do the hanging indent correctly. And we'll talk about how to do that later. So in-text citations are also called parenthetical citations. The whole idea is that they're citations in the text of your paper. And the purpose is anytime that you bring in any outside information from an outside source in the form of a direct word for word quote, a paraphrase, or a summary, you need to have a citation that clearly indicates which of your sources on your works cited page that information came from. The idea is that, let's say, somebody wanted to go check your sources, or they wanted to find the same information that you're sourcing in your paper. They can look at the in-text citation, know clearly which citation on the works cited page that relates to, and then there should be enough information in the citation on the works cited page for anyone to go find the same source information that you found. So anytime you do a direct word-for-word quote, a paraphrase, or a summary, you're going to need an in-text citation. And the basic rule with in-text citations is it's the first word of the citation on the works cited page and the page number, if there are page numbers. So if you look at this first example with this would be the citation on the works cited page, Wordsworth William, Lyrical Ballads, Oxford University Press, 1967. So in the first example, Wordsworth stated that romantic poetry was marked by a, quote, spontaneous overflow of powerful feelings, end quote, 263. There, because we stated where the information was coming from, you didn't need to include the first word of the citation, only the page number. And the second one, you don't, the author isn't mentioned. So romantic poetry is characterized by the spontaneous overflow of powerful feelings, end quote. So there you would need to include the first word of the citation and then the page number. The third is a paraphrase of basically the same thing, except, again, the author indicates where the quote came from, so they only need the page number. Now, this only works with citations that are traditional, that have an author or a single author with a last name and page numbers. It isn't always going to be like that, especially when you're dealing with sources from the internet, from the web. So if you scroll down to this page, and again, this is on the Purdue OWL. Purdue OWL is going to be indispensable to you when you start writing papers because they have style guides for all the major different types of citation style, MLA, APA, Chicago. For us, if you just Google Purdue OWL MLA, it should bring you to this site, and on the left-hand side, you see it's got a general format and style guide. It's got MLA in-text citations, the basics. It's got instructions on how to generate the citations for a variety of different types of sources. And then if you look on this page, it has a bunch of instructions on how to format in-text citations from different types of sources. So for example, right here, in-text citations of print sources with no known author. This is kind of like when you're citing a website or a web page that doesn't have a clear author. So the first words in the citation of the works cited page would be the title of the article or the site that you're quoting. So since there's no name for you to put, then you would just put the first few words of the title in quotation marks in the parentheses as your in-text citation. So this is just enough information to indicate which citation on your works cited page the information came from. That's the main crux of the in-text citations. So again, if you look at this page, you can scroll down to the bottom. It tells you how to cite things from a variety of different types of sources. So a work by multiple authors, multiple works by the same author, multi-volume works, the Bible, um, all that. And then also, if you come up here and you look at down here, the Works Cited page, this will give you some basic rules about formatting your Works Cited page in MLA format. You want to double space it. It needs to be a certain font. The indent is reversed. So you'll do hanging indent instead of the first line indent. So the first line will be flush against the margin, and every subsequent line will be indented. The way you do that is you simply, in Microsoft Word, you highlight what you want to be hanging indented, right click, go to paragraph, then go to indent, then there should be a drop down menu that says special. Here, I'll just give you an example. So let's say, for example, you wanted to format. So you highlight it, you right click, you come down to paragraph, then right here under indentation, go to special and go to hanging. And then if you do that, it'll automatically do the hanging indent. So that's how each of your citations needs to be formatted. So again, this is an indispensable resource, the Purdue OWL. If you don't know how to format an in-text citation for a certain type of source, or if you're not sure about how to format a quotation, or if you just want to double check your citations to make sure that they're properly formatted, this is where you'll go. And it also has sample papers for you to look at, so that way you know kind of what your end result of your Unit 3 should look like. And also it has a sample works cited page that gives you some examples of different types of sources.